Hi all, I'm back out here. I thought I'd just play for a little while rather than do any work. Hook up this CB. Still looking for my plumber's tape. I still have no idea where it's at, and it's gonna bug me until I find it. But I just thought I would play for a little while. I stopped and got some fresh tea and whatever else might sound good. But I don't know where that plumber's tape is at. And it's really got me bothered. I think the giant spider yesterday probably stole it, trying to lure me back to its den or something. But that's pretty aggravating. But I'm going to play around. I bought this Bearcat 980 SSB radio on sale from a truck stop up in Wyoming. It was a good price, but this won't stand up to any impulse. It's all surface mount technology and generally probably pretty weak as far as standing up to any kind of energy pulse, so it won't last. I have that big ham radio in the box back there, and I'm gonna see if I can come up with a schematic for it. There's two different versions of it, a 110 version and a 12 volt version. I'm gonna see if it can be converted to the 12 volt. If not, I'm going to probably have to, I don't know what to do with it. 110 volts not going to work out here because there's so much interference coming from the inverter. I'm all looking for giant spiders now. But anyhow, I'm going to get to work and start playing. Y'all have fun. Okay, I'm sure you can probably hear all the hum on that. So I'm going to go back and turn off the inverter, and I disconnected it. And the hum is gone. There's a lot of skip going on. Let's see. Not hearing anybody. What mode are we in? AM. Upper sideband. Lots of skip. Channel 16 back in the day was the sideband channel. There's the lower side. Nothing going on. Put it back on 19. I'll just leave that on there for a while and see if I hear anything. Something to do. I got the antenna up on the roof. I'll hook up the microphone, check the SWR and stuff on it, make sure it's good. Head back to work. I gave up on the CB project. I have a mag mount antenna out here, and it works as long as you don't tighten it down, but everything's too corroded in it, so I'll pick up another one somewhere. So Sue wanted me to see if I could get these pipes under the house, and that's about as far under as I can get them. I had to take it back apart down here and put in a little bit longer pipe extension in order to get this section under the house. It's not going to be totally under the house, but it'll be down further to where it's less visible. A little hint about plumbing, when you're doing your plumbing, if it's going together real easy, you better stop and see what you're doing wrong. Because you're messing up. If it's going together too easy, there's definitely something wrong. So I'm going to go back and fix my mistake. Y'all have... Okay. I'm working on the back side of the house now, or the north side, for the piping. I had to replace my saw blade. Take a look at this. This is the old blade. You see the difference in diameter. That was a 10-inch blade. It's kind of a 9-inch blade, 8.5-inch blade now. But I got that piece of pipe cut. I've got to thread it now. This is a Harbor Freight's threader, and needless to say, it's not the best threader. But if I can get probably 2 more pipes done with it, I'll be happy. A lot cheaper than taking it downtown. I think we paid $39 for that. It's doable. It's a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 3/4 inch. I built this platform on my plastic sawhorses, and it's helping. It's helping a lot. But what I'm going to do is take this, tighten it up a little bit, do all this with one hand. You see this all the time on YouTube. Oh, he's doing it with one hand. Yay! Set that in there. I'll probably have to move this. Yep, doing it with one hand. Okay. I'm going to move this so that there's a little bit less thread that I have to deal with there. Okay, that's how it's going to set. When you do these, when you do pipe thread, you want to lubricate your dies to death. Otherwise, it'll only last one cut, if you're lucky. I'm using 3-in-1 oil to do this. So, but anyhow, I'm going to get started on it. That's my thread tool there. I forgot to, you need to file the ends of it down too. Just file the flashing off the end after you cut it. I'm going to get started on that. I got that piece threaded. It's a pain in the ass. That's being kind. But anyhow, before I go out and install that, somebody asked me what all the rooms are. So I'm going to go over that again. Starting with the bathroom. This is the bathroom. We're not finished with it yet. There's going to be molding and a couple more pieces of metal need to go up. Going to use aluminum trim molding or maybe some aluminum flashing in the corners. And you can see there's a wide gap up there, so it's got to be pretty wide. The house isn't square. That's the problem. It's not really meant to be a house. It's a shed. But it's not quite square. And that's why I have a few gaps here and there. But that's a good size shower, big shower. Yeah, it's pretty good size. There's the toilet and the sink. That's all in. There's going to be a light fixture the full length of this with 4, maybe 5 lights. It'll kind of wrap around a little bit. And there's a big mirror cabinet that goes right there. And we might have some shelves in there. This is the kitchen. It's pretty good size. We've got lots of cabinets. The stove is under the blanket. There's going to be cabinets up there. We might put a window in right there if I can figure out how. This is the living room. I'm going to stand right at the end of the cabinet. So this is the living room. That's the chest freezer. That's our refrigerator. The TV and whatever else will be right up there. We'll have DirecTV. That'll be right up there. I'm trying not to put in any splices above the ceiling. The lights that are hanging there now are temporary. Where they're at, there'll be ceiling fans, but those lights up there are temporary. That one and that one. There'll be a light up there. I've already got the wires to that. But I don't want any splices above the ceiling when I'm done. This is the living room. We're going to put in a door or possibly a sliding glass door right there. And this window we may replace with a sliding glass door. Haven't really decided yet. Might have to hire somebody to do that. There's the heater. I've got it taken apart at the moment. I'm going to go back into the kitchen. There's our water heater. I'm still working on all this, getting it hooked up and stuff. They're both direct vent. They just go right out the wall. They don't use any room air at all. But that's where that's going to be. It's going to have a metal behind it and maybe along the side. Now this door is going to be a one of those barn doors, rolling doors. And it's not going to be as big as what it is right there. I have special plans for that area. But that is where the door to the bedroom is going to be. And it's just going to be a barn door. Over here on this side, there'll be a couch or chairs or whatever we want over there. And from here, we'll be just looking across. There's where the TV is going to be. So looking down that way into the kitchen, there's the front door. If I go back here to the bedroom door, that's looking back into that area. So that's what we have in there. This is the bedroom. This is currently where we're storing all the stuff that we're trying to get put in there. So when that room's done, we'll move any extra stuff that's in here into there. Down there on the bottom is the flooring. There's enough flooring there to do the whole house plus a little bit more. But this is the bedroom. And looking back through the bedroom, into the living room, into the bathroom and kitchen. Is back that way. There may be a door in here, but we'll definitely be putting a window on that wall and maybe enlarging this window. We want to be able to see when the UFOs land. You know, we need all the beep beep stuff and whatever else. You guys ought to read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't watch the movie. The movie sucked. If you can find the British version of the movie, it was word for word out of the book. But read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And read all 4 books. There's 4 books involved in it. Excellent. If you like to laugh, if you like fiction, a good place to go. And this is the garage. Haven't decided on that yet. We got that portable washing machine here. So I probably won't have to put plumbing in here. I might do it anyhow, just in case. But this is the garage. This is where the bikes are going to be. All the electronics, all the cool stuff is going to be in here. I don't want to go outside. I just don't want to. Don't feel like it. But it is kind of like looking like a single wide, but it's not. This thing's built like a brick shit house. I mean, it is solid. You know, mobile homes are cheap. They aren't built well. But that's what we're at. Looking back through that way, into the garage and into the bedroom. But the bedroom's huge. I would have liked to have used some of that space for living area. But the bedroom is really big. There's room in here for a TV, king-size bed, closets, whatever. It's pretty darn good size. Bigger than my bedroom, that's for sure. And anyhow, that's where we're at. I just wanted to kind of go over what we've done. That's kind of where we're at. That's the plan. That's how things are going to look when it's done. I wanted to get that kitchen sink installed today or tomorrow, but this has just taken forever on that piping. It took over an hour just to thread that piece right there. My dies didn't want to catch, and I had to devise a way to make the dies catch and make sure everything is filed down. It was a pain in the butt. But I got it. It's threaded. I'm going to go outside and install this piece now. I'm going to hang around here and try and get as much of that piping done as I can, because we do need to get propane out here quick. It's going to start getting cold. Not like raw ones, but it's going to start getting cold. So, going to get busy. Alright, I got the all the propane lines up and hooked together. Got lucky on the last one. It was a 10-foot section and a 10-inch section. Did it perfect. So I didn't need to cut anymore or thread anymore. I was getting tired of cutting and threading. So, let's go out and I'll show you what I did. Some of this I just need to pick up while I'm out here. I don't know why I've got all this duct tape on my shoes. Got a mess to pick up now. Okay, there's more trash. That one there, that first piece that I cut was about 3 inches too long, so that's where I'm at on that one. This one actually went under the house, which was good. That's what I wanted it to do anyhow. I got cows running around here getting into stuff, so I'll need to put the electric fence up. But there's this end of the house. This is where the regulator is going to be, right there. Yeah, there. And there's for the whatever that thing is, the water heater. Yeah, the water heater is the only reason I use 3/4 inch, because I didn't have to for anything, just the water heater. This is the stove. It's in there pretty rugged, solid. Pick up some more of my trash. Had to use that to stabilize it. I might just put the electric fence up right now, just for that. I was using this tissue paper for temporary plugs. Okay. Gotta keep the cows out of here somehow. You know, what's better than electric fence? That's all done. The rainwater tank had quite a bit in it. I don't know where it all came from, because it hasn't been raining here very much. So I pumped that over. Had to, because I had to move that to get this in. So that's my rainwater catch system right there. It comes down, you can see the hose up there off of that gutter into that tank. Whatever you do, don't throw your kid in the tank. Then it's got these two filters. They're pretty stout little filters that keep the bugs and the grit out of the tank. Help anyhow. And into the tank it goes. And from here it comes out the bottom, which I'm going to turn that off, and up to the pump and over into the other tank. So that's all working pretty good. I'm going to turn off this garden hose thing for now, because I don't need anything crawling up the garden hose into the tank. Sue wanted a garden hose to go out there for some reason. But this is my 12-volt plug. That's what your 12-volt plugs look like. And it's really quiet. I can hardly hear this pump running when we're transferring water. That's how the rainwater system's working. It's just got a lid on it. It comes down out of the gutter into here. This will collect a little bit of sediment. Some of the heavy stuff will go into the bottom of that. Then the water will come up and go through the filters and down into the tank. Those are 1-inch lines. So I think that'll handle anything the gutter can put out, unless it's a torrential rainstorm of some kind. But when we do the front of the house, I'll have to do probably the same thing again over here in order to handle the flow. So I'll put 2 more these things in. Those are called bulkheads. And we'll keep the water going in 1, 2, 3, 4. So it ought to be able to handle it. But that's that. That's all working. I just need to clean up my mess a little bit that I made. There's a cap that I left behind. I found my plumber's tape. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. So we're in good shape there. Go back in. I think the next thing I'm going to do, just to use up some of these fittings that I have piled all over the place, I'm going to work on one or two light fixtures, get them up and connected. I decided to make the light fixtures so that if I want to, I can unscrew them from the wall and just unplug them, so they'll have plugs. I think that's a really good idea. You just be able to unplug the light fixture to, if you want to change it or put something different up or repairs or whatever. So that's going to work out okay. But time to get back to work. I kind of halfway surrendered for the day. I actually had a warm meal. See, I got my barbecue thing out, made some of those raviolis that are really meant for dogs. Made some of those and had them, and ate some of their fruit that I bought. Felt pretty good. I mean, eating a warm meal out here finally. I don't know. Had to wash the pot over there in the bathroom sink, which is fine, and that worked out well. Need to clean up. I mean, just need to get some stuff. I wanted to do that kitchen sink today too, but I got so much stuff on it, so I'll figure something out. It's kind of breezy out, really hot. It must be a whole 85 degrees according to the thermometer, 34 in the refrigerator. That's nice. Things are going really well. But trying to lose weight. Those raviolis aren't going to help me lose weight. They're like all fat. Not much nourishment in them, just a lot of fat. Trying to lose weight. Watching these videos, they make me look fatter than I am, I think. Well, I could be wrong. I lost quite a bit of weight here in the last few weeks, just from heat and not really eating a lot. But I don't know if you remember back in the early 80s on HBO, back when HBO was worth watching, they had a documentary on a gravity shortage where fat people were supposed to run around wearing balloons, helium balloons, so they don't take up so much weight, use up so much gravity. Well, people took that to heart and they started losing weight. Now there's too much gravity, so we need to start gaining weight in order to use up some of that gravity that we've been not using. So we need more fat people. So eat. Go to McDonald's. Eat that yucky stuff, stuff that makes you fat. I'm not going to do it myself. I like looking the way I do. But that's the plan. These countries like, South Africa, a lot of skinny people. Where else? North Korea is a good example. I mean, that dictator over there, what's his name? Kim Dong-short, something like that. He starves his people, and, he's the only one over there that weighs anything. And if you ever seen him eat, it's like watching a killer whale eat a seal. I mean, but, it's pretty wild. He needs to get some of them people over there to fatten up so that they can help reduce the gravity a little bit. That's why the Earth is warming up, is because how hot air rises. Well, it can't rise if the gravity's stronger, so it's staying closer to the ground. But, true story, ask me, I'll tell you. I don't know, you might be able to find that on the internet. look up Gravity Shortage, HBO, and see if you can find that that short that they had, documentary. It was pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff like that. There's documentaries on etiquette, how to eat properly, and you know which spoon to use and which fork to use, and when not to burp and when to burp, and blah blah blah. But I really like that little barbecue thing, whatever it is. Pretty slick. $39. Uses these little propane bottles. So, anyhow, I think I might just give up for the day. I've got one more day out here. And then Kim Dong Short, I can't think of what his name is, but that sounds about right. He might be launching another missile on Saturday, and not a good thing. So I might just take my merry old time leaving on Saturday. He says he's got a gift for the United States. I'm kind of afraid of what it might be. So I'm going to get... Boy, got something stuck in my throat. Probably the fat. I'm going to get on the road. Head back to the motel, I think. Maybe clean up a little bit more. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Y'all have fun now.